Hi, everyone. Thank you for logging on. We'll get started in just a few minutes in 10 minutes, actually. So thank you. Hi, everyone. Since it's 11, I'm going to get started. Hello and welcome to the virtual UGA Out of the Darkness experience. My name is Eden Taylor, and I would like to... Since it's 11, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Say thank you for joining us today, and sorry for your patience. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your patience if any glitches or issues happen as we go. Please mute your computers and your phones to help with any background noise. During this time of uncertainty, it is more important than ever that we pay attention to and take care of our own and others' mental and physical well-being. By joining in today, you are sending the message that our cause of suicide prevention will never be canceled because it can't be. By you showing up today, you are showing that mental health is as real as physical health. You are helping to bring to light that suicide, which is currently the 10th leading cause of death in the US, it can no longer be ignored. Suicide is a health issue that affects all of us. You are part of a national movement, and together we are able to raise our voices to prevent suicide. This year, despite being virtual, the UGA Out of the Darkness Walk was able to register 22 teams, 241 participants, and raise $57,618 and counting. This makes UGA the top campus walk in the country for the second year in a row. Our success would not have been possible without our top team, Sigma Chi. Team Sigma Chi was able to raise $34,473 in loving memory of their brother, Sam Asbury. I would also like to thank teams Beta Theta Pi, the Pre-Counseling Club, Sean's World, and Alpha Kappa Psi for their contributions to our fundraising and for being a part of the conversation to end suicide. We would also like to thank our sponsors, Ridgeview Institution and American Ion. Lastly, I would like to thank my pre-counseling club and the executive team for helping organize this event. The Out of the Darkness experience helps fund innovative and exciting research that will enable us to find better ways to stop suicide, advocacy events for important mental health legislation, education programs, and programs for survivors of suicide loss. The funds that you have raised for the Out of the Darkness Walk make it possible to bring AFSP's programs to UGA. By doing so, you're creating a culture that's smart about mental health. You are letting others know that they are not alone in their struggle, and you are making a difference. I would now like to introduce Taylor Chambers from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention to share remarks from the national level. Thank you for being here today, Taylor.
Hi, thanks so much, Eden. I really appreciate that. And you've already done such a great job of welcoming everyone to this event and introducing everyone. But let me just say again, hello, good morning, welcome. Thank you for being here. I know if you have been with us in years past, this walk is a little different. It's not different than 2020. This is very familiar to how this walk looked last year. But it's incredible that everyone has still taken time to come together today. So welcome and thank you for being here. Mental health and suicide can both be uncomfortable subjects to talk about, but that really makes talking about them even more important. By being here today, even virtually, you are showing your community that we must talk about suicide and we need to make mental health a priority on campus. I encourage you to take time today during the ceremony, after you walk this afternoon, or whenever you have a moment to connect with someone and have a conversation about suicide and mental health. Ask them how they're doing, how you can support them if they're struggling. And if you're struggling, let them know. Have a conversation about how they might be able to support you and make a plan together to find resources so both of you can get the mental health support that you may need. What I would also encourage you to do is to know that this meeting today is being recorded and will be shared on Facebook and will be later uploaded to the walk page at afsp.org/UGA. I think we'll have a number of meaningful moments, so encourage them to watch this video if they aren't able to join us live. As Eden already spoke about a little bit, but I'll just cover as well, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is the largest private funder of suicide prevention research. The money raised today goes to support that research. It also goes to support getting prevention education materials into the hands of college students like yourselves. What we know is that if we can encourage a conversation about mental health, encourage folks to learn about the warning signs, risk factors, protective factors, and what to do if they or themselves or someone they love is struggling, we know that we can make a difference. And so the money raised today going to support that is helping to make a difference. Thank you for being a part of that. And thank you for being here today. In addition to the money that goes to research and prevention education, we're also advocating for smarter mental health and suicide prevention policies. We have advocates across the country in all 50 states. Right here in Georgia, you are more than welcome to sign up to be an advocate with us. And you can sign up to be an advocate at the national level to make your voice heard with the hundreds of thousands of people every year. If you are struggling today at any point, know that there are us on the call that can help you. You're more than welcome to send a private message to myself with my cat here in the background, or to Stuart Winborn, who's on our call, and we're both here to support you. Thank you again for being here today. It's absolutely incredible the amount of money that's been raised for a virtual event. And for the second year in a row, congratulations, UGA. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Taylor, for your kind words. I would now like to introduce Gabby Wood, Ashley Willette, and Megan Govedich to share the meaning of honor beads to the Out of the Darkness Walk experience.
Hey y'all, sorry, my internet's being really weird, so I don't know if you can hear me. But so I'm introducing the honor bead ceremony. And so honor beads are the beads that we wear in honor of people that we've lost, or just the
I don't know if we lost Gabby. I'm not able to hear her. And so I will do her slides of just introducing the colors that she was going to introduce, and then Ashley can take over, and then Megan. But the purple beads are for those who are honoring the loss of a relative or friend. Teal beads are because of my loved one's struggles. Green beads are for my personal struggle.
Orange beads represent the loss of a sibling. Silver beads represent the loss of a first responder or military member. And gold beads represent the loss of a parent.
So blue beads personally show the support of this incredible cause. I know it's hard to tell on Zoom, but I am wearing blue today to show my support for suicide awareness and prevention. In some way, we have all been affected by mental health struggles, maybe even now more than ever during these isolating times. And blue today represents appreciation and support for AFSP's role in understanding and preventing suicide through research, education, and advocacy, and to reaching out to people with mental disorders and those impacted by suicide. Then we have the red beads, and red beads represent those who have lost a spouse or a partner to suicide. Although I haven't personally lost a spouse or a partner, I personally want to honor the spouse, family, and the memory of Jody Melly, who passed away on February 22nd, 2021. And lastly, the white beads are worn to represent the loss of a child. Right, so as Robin Williams once said, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about, so be kind always. And whether you have lost someone to suicide, know someone who has lost a loved one to suicide, or have personally struggled, you are seen, you are heard, and we walk with you today. No matter which bead color you are representing today, we just want to thank you for your strength and courage to show up here today and help make a difference in this world through saving lives. On behalf of UGA's Pre-Counseling Club, we wanted to say thank you for joining us in our goal to help bring suicide prevention out of the darkness. So please feel free to go ahead and head over to Facebook and post on our Facebook page if you feel called to tell your story or show your support. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I would now like to introduce members of Team Sigma Chi, David Seaver and Wid Childs, to share their experience with the UGA Out of the Darkness Walk.
Hey everybody, thanks for having us. I'm David, this is Wid. First off, we just want to say thank you to Eden Taylor and Taylor Chambers and the entire AFSP organization, just because without you guys, none of this would be possible. We here at Sigma Chi are very proud and honored to be involved with this organization and are extremely blessed and thankful to have raised over $34,000 in just the past 2 weeks alone in honor of our pledge brother, Sam Asbury. We are so proud to have turned this tragedy into a more positive experience by raising awareness for suicide prevention and mental health issues. Next, we'd like to share a few words about our inspiration for this fundraising. Sam.
Sam was a star golfer and basketball player at Holy Innocents Episcopal School in Atlanta, Georgia, before moving on to Georgia State, where he was a member of the golf team for 2 years. After that, Sam entered our lives when he transferred to UGA and became a part of our 2017 pledge class. Even though he was a little older than us, he immediately became someone that we all gravitated toward. He never failed to meet you with a smile, an insult, but always a hug. The best Super Smash Bros. Player I've ever seen, but an even better friend, brother, and son. From trips to his family's lake house, to rooming together on formals in New Orleans, to winning an intramural basketball championship in Stegman Coliseum, he truly was a one-of-a-kind best friend. We miss you every day, Sam, and we are glad that we can all come together today in your memory.
Personally, Sam was someone that I always looked up to. He was one of those people who seemed to be good at everything: academics, golf, basketball, video games, and making people laugh are just a few of his talents. He was very smart, everybody liked him, and he was flat out hilarious. Whatever he wanted to be good at, he was. He always seemed to have everything in his life under control. So after I heard about him taking his own life, I was at a loss for words. I couldn't wrap my head around how someone like Sam, seemingly so happy on the outside, was struggling so immensely on the inside. And I think that is something that as a fraternity, we struggled with for a long time. For the first time, I think a lot of us finally began to understand the stigma surrounding our generation of young men. This fake notion that you aren't allowed to struggle mentally and that you should always have to fight your battles on your own. One of the many things that Sam taught us was the importance of leaning on the people closest to you when you don't feel okay. Our fraternity has become so much closer since the passing of Sam last year, and I know he would be very proud of us for that.
Thanks again to AFSP and everyone that raised money and donated towards this great cause. You're all amazing, and we really do appreciate the support that we've had over the past 2 years. Remember to check in on one another, hold your loved ones tight, and tell someone that you love them today. You might just save their life. Thanks again. We love and miss you, Sam. And thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for sharing your personal experiences and about your loss of your dear friend Sam. It means a lot to have Team Sigma Chi to be a part of this, and this event would not be possible, or success would not be possible without y'all. So thank you. I would now like to close by saying thank you again for joining us, for everyone logged on and supporting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and the UGA Out of the Darkness Walk. Our mission to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide would not be possible without you. I want to remind you again to please post your experience with the walk on our Facebook page, which can be found in the chat or at afsp.org/UGA. If you're still looking for a place to walk in Athens, please join the Pre-Counseling Club in Active Minds. We're going to meet at the Tate Plaza at 11:45 and do a quick lap around North Campus, ending at Tate Plaza. Again, thank you everyone for making this year possible, and I can't wait to see what we do next year. Go Dogs. I now invite you to go on your walks, and I'll see anyone who wants to join us at 11:45.